Hello there everyone, welcome back to a brand new What I Would Do If I Was Showrunner of Doctor Who. Today I'm going to talk about my second final episode. This is obviously the second last one, right? But this is also the second of my final episodes that I'm going to do on this idea. So in the previous episode I talked about the Time Lord Supreme. I'm not going to give you an entire overall, idea of that episode. You should check it out if you're interested, and obviously, but I think the main essential thing is there are Knights of Gallifrey. Obviously these are just my ideas, pure fiction, pure my ideas, and just came out of my head. So there is no certainty, no canon, like this is just my ideas, because I like Doctor Who and I like writing stories, so why not combine the two and make something really cool. Anyway, so the only thing you need to know is there are the ancient Knights of Gallifrey, which are actually my previous incarnations of the Doctors, as well as the now current one, played by Matt Berry. He is called the Time Lord Supreme. He actually broke a few laws, and he became the Time Lord Supreme. But just like David Tennant's Doctor, David Tennant's Doctor became the Time Lord Victorious, because he did some things and he became victorious. And now Matt Berry is actually the Time Lord Supreme because he escaped in an alternate reality. Thanks to an alternate reality Time Lords, now he has the title of Supremacy because, no Time Lord has ever done what he did before. So there we go. Anyway, just to heads up, you guys, to give you a heads up what happened in the previous episodes. And in this episode, obviously, it follows up with the previous episode that I did, which the title of that episode was The Beginning of the End. And in the end, I explained that the Valeyard was doing something on an ancient planet, and now the Doctor must actually stop him because he is actually causing havoc and chaos on a less evolved planet, and the Doctor needs to stop him. So, alright, there we go. The episode title is called Escape the Dream of the Nightmare Child, which is a pretty long episode title, but it's so damn cool. Like, holy shit, escape the dream. Which dream? Of what nightmare child, Who is the nightmare child? I'll explain, I guess. This is obviously a episode really based off like the works of David Lynch. Obviously, that's it. Like the works of David Lynch and the works of Salvador Dali, because they're very interesting, and especially David Lynch, obviously. So let me talk about the synopsis. Like, the Time Lord Supreme, aka the current Doctor, needs to check out what the Valeyard did on the planet Hexon. Movie reference. A less evolved planet surrounded by superstition. So obviously, the Doctor has his group of knights, but in this episode he will be alone. He will, leave the knights to do whatever they need to fix with the timeline. So he does it alone. Obviously, he wants to face the Valeyard alone. So, okay, why not, right? We're off to a good start, eh? So the Valeyard uses the occultic objects and technology stolen from the Time Lords and from future technology of Earth to make a warped reality that the Doctor can't easily escape from. How shall he escape the dream of the nightmare child? Whoo, damn, holy shit, it's so really cool. I'm not quite sure. Like, I really wanted to have another episode just on one location, just delving into the Doctor's ideas and ideology and the way he thinks, right? Like, the previous episode was a big science fiction episode, obviously, with a bit of fantasy thrown in there. But this is just like, it's not really, it's like thriller, it's a bit of horror, but the thing is, I want this episode to make sense in a way, but then again, not really. So, the Doctor, like I said, will be in a warped reality, obviously surrounded by superstition, occultism, and just, straight up weird stuff. I just want the story to make sense in a way. This, like I said, is just pure fiction. It will never release, obviously, but obviously in this video, it's still fun to theorize about an idea where the Doctor has to think who he is, right? We've had a lot of different episodes, and that's why that's why Heaven Sent is my favorite episode. Just you just have the Doctor in one location thinking about certain things and the way he is, right? So uh, escape the dream of the nightmare child. The nightmare child could refer back to the Valeyard, obviously causing the troubles, or the Doctor actually escaping the dream that that he's in, which is I think very interesting. I want like a few certain things in this episode. I haven't written it down. Obviously, I don't have a script or whatever, or a scenario or whatever the hell, like a freaking Doctor Who episode length script is. But no, this is just my idea synopsis, right? Just a few sentences. But I just want symbolism to be in there. Like, I was thinking of showing Madame Vastra again together with Strax. Could be very interesting because I really like them. And you know what? Every time like the Doctor goes to a new place, there's a certain in this episode he has certain maybe rooms or maybe places he visits. Maybe these are all in his dreams, right? So there we go. And maybe he travels from one dream to another, surrounded by the weirdness of the the less evolved planet. So there we go. I think that would be very interesting, and finally have a proper ending to the entire storyline that I was going to set up with the Valeyard and Doctor, to actually eventually, if his dreams are done, he wakes up or whatever, he is changed onto something, and the Valeyard and him have a have a man-to-man conversation about who they are, what they do, and what they stand for. And yeah, I'm not quite sure. Like, I just want the entire troubles to be gone. Obviously, that will never make sense because the Valeyard is like the evilest version of the Doctor. But still, I want him to make sense, and I want the Doctor to make sense. So there we go. There we go. It's just an idea. Obviously, it will never happen. But I think it's proper. It's pretty nice. It's interesting to say the least. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. In the next episode, obviously the last episode, I'm going to do about the entire Doctor, what I would do if I was showrunner of Doctor Who, because it's bittersweet ending maybe. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will check you later. Goodbye everyone, or should I say allons-y.